This is a bonus episode for Below Deck. I am back just in time for it to be almost done. But I'm not gonna go really too far back and talk about, well, maybe I will very quickly. Before we jump into the most recent episode. So first things first, number one, the whole Fraser Barbie situation with the argument and the way Fraser was acting. My guy, she's your employee, and you're treating her the way you're treating her, and then roping in Captain Carey to do your fucking dirty work to fire her. On what fucking grounds? But hopefully they've sorted things out permanently and everything's good there. We got a new Sue, Paris. I like her. She stays out of the drama. I love it. We have a new Decky, because I don't think I've talked about him either. What's his name? Dylan. He's annoying. But anyways, we have a new chef. Anthony has left. He was let go. I saw it coming. I think his food is incredible. I think he's an amazing guy. But for whatever reason, something was really holding him back from doing good work. So it's sad. But we have the new chef, which will kind of segue me into this episode. I cannot remember his name. We'll call him Mossy for now because I can't remember his name. He's 40 years old. He's kind of cute. And he seems to be doing really well, except for that one little lapse where he didn't read the preference sheet properly. But other than that, he seems to be doing good. Anyways, I want to talk about these charter guests real quick. Christmas themed in the middle of fucking summer. Well, I know there are places that do Christmas in summer, obviously. But like, really? But anyway, let's get to the real meat of this. First thing we're going to talk about is Barbie and, is his name Kyle? Kyle, right? And the fact that they had sex. I'm on two different fences here with how she's been dealing with this. And I think honestly, either way you put this is not her fault. Number one, she doesn't want anyone to know, and which is her business. If she doesn't want anyone to know that her and Kyle had sex, that is her right. And she asks Kyle to not feed into the drama, and that is, I think, that's reasonable. Now, he did kind of feed into it a little bit. But we'll get to that in a minute. But her feeling like she can't say anything and feeling ashamed of her having an intimate moment with somebody that this has been building up and she's been establishing this relationship, ? With him. And she let shit go where she thought it should go. And feeling the shame of that because her father wouldn't be happy about it. He wouldn't approve of it. He would feel embarrassed by her. That's a horrible thing to say to your children, because clearly it's not just her. And from what we see next week, coming up next week, I feel for her. I feel horrible for her. And I think it's horrible that she has to feel that way. And I don't understand it when you have a wife who is a sex therapist and it clearly promotes being free. And not only that, but as women being free in your sexuality. And she feels like she can't do that. Now, part of the problem with Kyle feeding into it is fucking Ben not shutting up about it. Like, fuck you, Ben. Shut the fuck up, my guy. Because as he's, reenacting what he was hearing, she's coming down the stairs and sees it and she's upset. And she sees Kyle with her back turned feeding into it, which is pretty shitty. Now, Kyle's reaction to her reacting the way she is isn't 100% great. I don't think he understands fully. I think he wants to support her, but the fact that she's shutting him out isn't helping. And I don't think she's just shut him out, but I really feel the reason she's shutting him out isn't because necessarily because of her and her feelings, but the feelings she has adopted from her father. And that's just sad to say. But we're gonna finish up with them and then we're gonna be segueing into what's next. Ben getting involved in the situation between Barbie and Kyle is fucked up. So for those who didn't watch, he goes to talk to Barbie after dinner and dinner service and says, my guy Kyle has been just so down in the dumps. He's so sad. And like, why can't you just talk to him? You're gonna talk to him? Like, you need to talk to him because I'm really sick and tired of dealing with his fucking emotions and shit. You need to talk to him. And she's like, I was planning to talk to him, but like, hopefully he doesn't come at me the way you are. He's like, you're making him feel bad or whatever, some shit. And Barbie makes a very good point here. And here's, before I actually get there, we finish this because I want to finish up Barbie and Kyle. Barbie gets mad at Kyle for what Ben did. And I'm just like, I don't know if Kyle knew. That's ever confirmed. But I don't know if Kyle ever actually knew that Ben went to talk to her. I do wonder if he does. And if he does, like, really, you can't deal with your own shit. But I feel like he doesn't know. And he actually would get upset with the fact that Ben confronted her because you're not making things better. You're making them worse. Now, the one thing that Barbie says is in the moment kind of says, you're worried about my personal situation with Kyle, yet you make Sunny cry all the fucking time. How about you worry about yourself instead of worrying about me? Perfect segue into the fuck shit that's been going on now with Ben and Sunny in this episode. So Ben, I guess, all of a sudden decides, you know what? I really am not clicking with Sunny. There's nothing there. Even though I've been fucking her the entire fucking time of this charter season. But anyways, so nothing's really clicking with her. I really fucking miss my ex, Camille. So, are we really trying to say because now she's on fucking Lovers and Liars that we're gonna be getting just bombarded with fucking Camille? What the fuck? So anyways, he goes and talks to fucking Sunny and basically says, you know what, this isn't working out. If we have sex, we have sex. If we don't have sex, we don't have sex. That's cool. Just so like nonchalant about everything. Basically dismissing her, saying, I'm done with you. I've done what I need to do with you. I'm done with you. He's fucking gross. And not only that, not only does he kind of is like, making this decision based on him simply missing Camille. Just simply missing Camille. I was confused by this. I think he saw like Instagram posts of Camille's and then shared a story of him and Camille that Sunny saw. So it was all of that. So Sunny was already up on her feelings, but she hadn't yet confronted him about it. But I was like, you're basing all of this on just missing Camille. Let's remember, guys, they are not together. And when we entered into this season, he said as much. So what the fuck's going on here? So anyway, he bases simply on that. And while he's like simply basing it on just missing his ex, he's out here being like, fucking chicks, man. Women are so emotional or some shit. Like basically just having that narcissistic, like misogynistic view on women are the problem. I am not the problem. It's not me. Are you fucking kidding me? So anyway, he does that. Sunny obviously is upset. And I think understandably upset because she wasn't expecting this. I don't think. Weren't they literally just in each other's or I think you were in his bed like seconds before, because from my memory, Barbie and Kyle were alone in her room, which would have meant that Sunny and Ben were together in his room. Then literally the night before. This is such bullshit. So, this is the best. But Ben deserved everything that came to him in this moment. He goes at one point, decides to video call Camille. Camille does answer, and she has a look on her face like, why the fuck are you calling me? So anyway, they're talking, whatever. She says she's been practicing guitar because she's gonna be playing at this venue in Fort Lauderdale or something. And he's like, yeah, I've been thinking of coming to Florida. Maybe I could go to Fort Lauderdale or some shit. I swear to God, guys, Camille said everything shy of, don't you fucking dare come to this fucking state. I don't want to see you. Like, she's literally saying this to him. It's not like he's missing it. He's catching on. She says, she's basically saying, no, I don't want to see you. Like, I'm good. Thank you. You know what I mean? And he's like, okay, cool. And he's like, I feel stupid. I feel so dumb. And he's fickle. He's fucking fickle. So here's what I predict. We'll see what happens next season. Next season. Next episode. This is what I predict. Because it didn't go the way he thought it would with Camille, he's going to put his tail between his legs and run back to Sunny in order to make it, I really think, because he kind of left it like quote unquote open-ended, but what I hope is Sunny says, fuck you. But I don't know if Sunny has the confidence or even the strength to say fuck you to Ben. And someone needs to say fuck you to Ben. I don't like him. Anyway, I think I've covered everything with this particular episode that I wanted to cover. Except for it looks like next week Fraser's gonna kiss one of the charter guests, and that's a fireable offense, I would think, don't you? Anyway, we'll see how it goes. But that is that for Below Deck. So yeah, with the bonus episodes, we don't usually do the full outro or anything, but you know the drill. If you want to connect with us, you can do so by going to Facebook, Instagram, Reality Tea Times2, Twitter, TikTok at Reality Tea Times2 Pod. Email us as well at realityteatimes2@hotmail.com. We have the new website at realityteatimes2.podpage.io, I believe it is. Yeah, it's been a minute. But you can find us there, and yeah, I think that's basically it. But that's it for Below Deck. Thanks, guys. Bye.